end up in the middle of the junction.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to On The Road Adventure. Today is another sunny day in Thailand. And what are we doing today?
Well, that's Eva's bit done this morning. She's up, done her hair, standing by the bike, ready to go. Absolutely no idea where we're going. First thing, 12 o'clock. Yeah. It's just so nice standing outside in the morning. It's my favourite bit of every day.
Yeah.
So today the plan is we're going to head back towards Chiang Mai, which is an amazing city. There's so much there to see, and we haven't spent enough time there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good foodieries and cafes and cool coffee shops and things to see. So we're excited to see all of that.
Yeah, also today along the route now, there is few things of interest that we might find or not. Well, we never know.
Around Chiang Mai is a good area to be, take our word for it. Come with us, we'll show you what's about. Hey, speaking of what's about, first of all we got our two amazing bikes here, but there's another little ripper part next to it. And waiting outside for us this morning is of course the amazing Honda CT125, which is turned into Eva's bike, steed of choice. And for me, I'm really enjoying this Yamaha PG-1. I find this one really comfortable, and I'll show you why quickly. So on this bike, the distance between the seat and the pegs is much higher than the Honda CT, and so I find the riding position is much better on this one for me. Oddly, Eva prefers the Honda CT. But there's an awesome little third bike here. Have a look at that little Kawasaki. Akrapovic exhaust. That's a right little menace, that one, isn't it? I love that. It would be a perfect place to put a water bottle holder in this country. Not making use of that rack, we need to find something to live there.
I think a lot of people, when they customize those bikes, they put like rack in the front and some stuff here.
Yeah, I've seen sleeping bag on the front along with a tent on the mudguard. The mudguard on these are made of metal, which means that they can bear a fair bit of weight, whereas on the Yamaha it's plastic, so you can't do that. I would definitely say that the Honda CT125, the build quality, fuel economy and accessorizability is far better than the Yamaha. But as the bikes are set up now, for me, just purely for comfort really, I prefer the Yamaha. But if I was going to buy one, I would definitely buy the Honda, and then I would spend a few quid setting up how I wanted it. And let's be honest, it's clearly a far cooler bike to look at.
And let's be honest, I like big bikes.
Eva's not getting enthusiastic about this at all. We are missing the twins now, we got to be honest. We're missing proper bike. We're pining after our proper motorbikes. But when in Rome, or in this case Thailand, little bikes is the order of the day.
Yeah, I mean it's fine, it's a cool experience, but it's not my main bike. It would never be.
No, definitely, but not buy one. It's the same as the scooters. We were showing some enthusiasm about the scooters, but I would definitely never buy one. Maybe as a second or third bike nip to town, but yeah, definitely not to spend my days on. Once again, an amazing accommodation, really, for the money that we paid. It's basic, but it was clean and it was fine. But once again, the Thai people, they're just so amazing. So I washed some clothes in the sink this morning because there was no washing machine there. And I hung it outside over like a bit of bar or whatever that I found, just so, you know, dry it in the sunshine. When I came out, about an hour or so later, somebody had gone out with coat hangers, assumably the host there from the accommodation, and gone out with proper coat hangers and hung my washing up out in the sunshine, without saying a word or anything. They're just amazing people in Thailand. Small friendly gestures like that, they're absolutely everywhere. Everywhere you go and everybody you meet, everybody's so smiley and helpful and happy.
Can you just imagine starting every day in the sunshine on these twisties and those views around you? It's absolutely breathtaking. It's amazing. I'm so happy to be here. Happy for another ride.
I have to say, every day I feel gratitude like that. But what's interesting is that sometimes I see like some of our old videos, for example, from somewhere, you know, more local perhaps, and you think the same thing. We're really lucky to be where we are, and it's so easy to take your own environment for granted. Checkpoint.
3 to go.
They never seem interested. That guy looked inside the car that was in front of us, so he was driving or whatever. Probably knows him, must bet. But yeah, they never seem interested in stopping to talk to us. Wow. Scenery is just epic. We wish we could show you everything that we see along these roads every day. Of course, you guys only get to see a sort of 20-minute snippet of an entire day here in Thailand. But the views and all the temples and Buddhas and things, they're endless along these roads. And the roads themselves are pretty impressive as well. Whoa, you got to watch out for those trucks cutting the corner. Seems they like to enjoy the twisties as much as we do. But they're not very good at staying on their side. Look at that map on the phone. Twisties for days. It never ends here. What we found here is that everybody says go to the Mae Hong Son loop, which is something like 1,864 curves, I think it is, something like that, in a couple hundred kilometers. So it is corner after corner after corner, which is fantastic. It makes a great riding. But the reality is, it's like that throughout a lot of Thailand. Provided you stay off the main roads, you'll be doing this all day.
We've been stuck behind this pig lorry for a bit. Apart from dropping pig poo every here and there, the smell, it's rather unpleasant.
I'm going for it. I don't know why he's sitting there, but...
Right, undertaken.
I don't know why that lorry's staying there. He needs to move over and let people by. Watch out for the scooter. He's not aware of what's around him at all.
Yeah, that scooter cut my way like a minute ago. I was gonna overtake the lorry when I had a chance, but he just went into my path without looking, like zero.
Yeah, they've no idea about lifesavers or checking their mirrors and things. You have to be really cautious around these guys on scooters. I don't think it's always tourists either. I think it is locals. They just have such little training. That statistic that we were told when we first got here, 80% of fatalities on the roads in Thailand are motorcyclists. That is shocking, but it's no surprise really when you spend a bit of time here, and then you couple that with the fact that nobody's wearing any gear.
It must happen sometimes that the whole family gets wiped out, because I saw the most, I saw a family of 5 with a baby on a scooter. So you get hit properly, it can be all of you 5 gone, just like that.
Another really common sight here is the monks on the pilgrimage. And we see those a lot walking along, and they must be walking for miles and miles, those guys, in this heat as well. That is not an easy challenge.
What heat? One of them had a woolen hat.
Yeah, we were sat in the sunshine yesterday in a cafe, and it was baking hot, and there was a woman next to us in a puffer jacket. It was unbelievable.
Once you live here, your perception of temperature must be completely different.
Sign for a petrol station here. I think this might be a village petrol station, Jobby. Or maybe no petrol station. Oh, bloody hell, was a bump. Maybe there is no petrol station. Uh-oh. There is no petrol station here. Alright. There is a sign for petrol, yeah. That's not very helpful though. Alright, well, keep going. I'm not out yet. I don't think I've got much longer though. Well, my fuel situation's getting a little bit dire. Just about in the red now. I'm not too sure how much further that needle goes before I'm completely empty. We haven't seen a petrol station for some time. Now I do know that some local village shops and things keep bottles of petrol. I think it's a little bit more expensive, but we're lucky to get some. So we might have to stop in the next village and start asking about to see where there's any fuel, see if anybody's got any I can buy off them. If not, it's about halfway through the day and I think it's time me and Eva swap bikes. I wonder if the CT125 can do 2 up plus all the gear. I bet it could. Right, I'm just going to pull in here and check the phone and see how far the next petrol station is before we start knocking on doors or something. Oh, there's a scooter shop here. I bet he's got some petrol. It says there's one down the road. You click on the picture and it's fucking woods. After that there's 2 more down in this town. How far is that? 12-minute drive.
I'm not sure you're gonna make it because the Yamaha has been eating so much fuel.
Well, 12 minutes. That's only 10 kilometers. I reckon we'll make it. Yeah, if not, there's probably villages in between where you'll be able to go and, yeah, you just drive that and then go and fetch a jar of petrol from one of the locals.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Alright, we'll just go there.
Try your luck in 10 kilometers then.
10 kilometers, little Yamaha. Do you know, I've never had a Yamaha let me down yet, and I'm confident today will not be the day. I believe Yamaha is the most reliable motorcycle brand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are statistics on it based on you know, how many motorcycles from each brand fail, have a major failure each year. The Yamaha is the most reliable, and I suspect that is because of its range of CP engines.
And I had a crazy overtake, no reason for that. Wow.
Well, my needle is now flat on zero. Flat on zero now on the needle, and I believe we've got about 5 kilometers left to the petrol station. This is going to be an interesting one. Nice day for a walk anyway.
I hope you ran out to be funny.
Cheers, nice one. The PTT station has emerged with a 7-Eleven and an Amazon coffee if we're really lucky, and of course the mighty Yamaha is still rolling under its own steam. I told you I've never had a Yamaha let me down yet.
I could go another day without fueling.
Yeah, probably. It is interesting, isn't it? I will check the stats in a minute over a nice honey coffee, and I'll see what it says that the Yamaha should do. Well, I did look up the stats for these bikes, but unfortunately there isn't very much information on the Yamaha PG-1 online, not in English anyway. But all the engines, the torque, CC, all the rest of it is pretty much the same really. The Honda's got a 125cc, the Yamaha is 115cc. There's about 200ml difference in the fuel tank, and the consumption should be roughly the same, but mine's eating through it. I suspect that these bikes probably aren't serviced as often as they probably should be. So a new spark plug and a clean air filter and that, and the Yamaha would probably last just as well as the Honda.
Very interesting today, something I've been looking forward to for many years, and I never thought I would actually come to see it. It's a long neck tribe. When I was a kid I saw an article about that, and I'm really excited for it. We're only about 30 minutes away from it, so let's go. Ooh, look at that machine. What a star that was. Another one.
Oh, it's actually another one of these police checkpoints. We better sit in a queue here then. Well, we come across a lot of these checkpoints. It's the first time I think we've actually found a queue to them, so these guys must be actually investigating something.
What do you think? Are they gonna stop us this time, or are you not gonna be this lucky?
I suspect they don't like cameras. Well, it says here, instructions here, let's slow down, reduce speed, open the window, turn off headlights, turn on interior light, show your ID card and show your driving license. Are they going to want to see ours or not? What do you reckon?
I don't know.
It's going to be a faff if they do. Straight through. Yeah, not interested.
Ah. We're not gonna find out how the police is in here comparing to UK.
So the long neck tribe people is also on Google called a Karen village. We're not really sure why that is. Maybe we'll learn about that and find out. But what I do know is they've picked a really nice spot for their village. We turned off the main road some time ago and we're going down this small road here, and it's really nice. I suspect they got themselves a nice quiet spot. follow this track. It says it's not very far, so we should follow the track and see where it goes.
It's just a little bit dodgy. Just a little bit.
There's some big ruts here. Be careful where you go.
Thanks. Oh no.
I love how whenever we get ourselves into a situation like this, it goes very quiet on the cops.
It's a concentration level here.
Yeah, well, this looks a lot like a dead end to me. Although it does say we have arrived at the village. Maybe it is through here. There's a gate open. Well, there's a big hole here, is what there is.
Oh, I'm turning around.
Yeah, this don't look good at all. This is a huge quarry of some sort. It's a lot of fun, I think. Oh, you picked the wrong way, didn't you?
No, that's a fan way.
Well, we're still on the hunt for this Karen tribe village. Back off-roading again. I'm not convinced this is the right way, but we'll see. Oh, hello, coaches. Oh, I think we might be there.
And finally here.
That was a bit of a mission finding this place, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, but I'm glad we found it. We didn't give up. How much? Yeah. One ticket, 300.
So we paid 300 baht each, which is about £6, something like that. Hopefully that's going towards running the community. And we've been pointed in this direction, so we're going to go and see what's here. We're not really sure what we're about to find. But...
Hello.
Drying corn in here. It looks like it's being smoked over that little fire. I love the smell of fresh fire like that.
Hi. Thank
Hello.
you. What's that? Is it like a tattoo?
Food, I think. Oh, it's a stamp. It's a stamp.
Is it on the face? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Nice. Thank you. 2 seconds.
Thank you.
Oh.
Put inside and have a design.
Oh, nice.
Make like this. Touch like this. Similar lah. Yes, like that.
I'll tell you what's just as impressive as all the things they've made to sell is these buildings made out of bamboo. Have a look at this roof. I think that's impressive. So we're just going around the back of the area where the stalls are and things. There's a guide here. He says it's okay to go and have a look in the homes. Looks like all of these structures are just made out of simple bamboo.
It's almost like they created this village. They probably not even live here. It's just like a life museum of what the life is for the tribe.
I don't know. I
if
reckon
they
they're
lived
staying
traditionally, they may be staying here. I think.
Have a Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure it's genuine.
Can you hear the small doggos?
Puppies.
Yeah.
Looks like this is the village toilet facilities in here.
Look, they're all under there.
Puppies. Wow. Look. Hello. Sawadee-ka.
Oh, that's
All these scarves are beautiful. You make these scarves? You make? Yeah.
oh wow.
Wow. You making? In the film?
That's making the scarf in the process. Quite nice. Nice. I like that stuff. But don't have anywhere to take it anyway.
She has the rings on her knees and legs as well.
Nice. Wind chimes. Oh, I see. Nice. Thank you. I like on this. You speak English? No? No. Thai? You speak Thai or? Myanmar. Myanmar.
They all got bottles of Coke and crisps and that opened the shops. Tuck bands turned up. This section of roof's actually made out of leaves, using thin bits of bamboo to tie it together to the main beams of bamboo.
To give you a bit of background of the Karen tribe, long neck tribe, they were all refugees from Myanmar, I can never say it, from Burma, and they were refugees in Thailand, and over time they became sort of like a tourist attraction and they embraced it, and the tourists visiting the villages, buying all the crafts and arts that they would produce themselves, obviously provided them a better quality of life, which is good. And apparently all the tribe people here are very happy to receive tourists. We didn't feel pressured into buying things, but we also, when you're here, you do feel like you want to buy stuff, even if you're not a person for buying souvenirs, because you do feel like you are supporting them. There is a lot of questions about is it ethical to visit those villages or not? I have a little bit of a mixed feelings. I've tried to communicate to one of the younger girls, asking her how long it takes to make a scarf, and she cannot read. And I found it really sad, because just maybe being here, trapped in that tourist cycle, doesn't allow them to go to school. I'm not sure what I think about it. I'm not sure what I stand on it. I'm glad we visited, but I'm not sure how I feel exactly. What about you?
I actually feel the opposite way. I think people should have the right to live the way that they want to live. And I think you should be able to opt out of what we're all told is normal society. I'm sure the parents of the young kids here are teaching them what they feel they need to know. I bet when it comes to survival and cooking and food, they know a lot more than we do.
Yeah, as long as they're happy, I'm happy for them. I'm happy to leave my money here. I'm happy to buy some souvenirs.
Yeah, it's definitely the right thing to do, is to buy stuff.
Another very, very interesting thing about the golden rings, they are considered symbol of beauty in their tradition and culture, and that's the main purpose of them. They also call them rings of power, and in the past it's been believed to protect you from tiger attacks and all sort of stuff.
What I do know is I pick some up and they are very heavy, and they must have an effect on the neck and the body. I saw lots around the lady's legs, and her legs looked a little deformed around the rings.
They are heavy, and there is a lot of medical research on that, saying it's not really good for you and it damages your bone structures and everything. So
yeah, we're drinking alcohol's bad for you and eating McDonald's is bad for you. Who's to say what's right and wrong?
True, as long as it's their own choice. We're assured online that none of the children and nobody is actually forced to wear the rings, which is good. But what's the truth, we'll never know. Only the people that live here will know. And if they're happy, that's great. But I hope they have the option to opt out of being in this village and being essentially a tourist attraction. Rich has been laughing at me for buying tats in here, but look, this is almost like gold. This is, I don't know what it is, but
That's top quality brass, that is,
yes,
at best.
So I've got myself this little bracelet and this little ring that's 150 baht, so I don't know how much that is, £3 maybe. But now I feel like I'm part of the tribe, and I've got the little tattoo.
Well, it is just gone 4 o'clock now, something like that. So we are heading to the city of Chiang Mai, where I have picked a restaurant, which is an unusual thing for me to do, so you can be sure there's a reason behind it. But it's about an hour's ride, and I'm looking forward to it. The roads are so promising around here. That's a Benelli TRK 502X. Very nice bike. Those bikes are an absolute bargain in the UK. I reviewed one some time ago, and I believe they're still about £5 with the panniers on the road. It's an absolute steal in the European market, I think.
Sadly, the closer to Chiang Mai you get, the busier it gets, so you don't have that windy road serenity feeling no more, and you have to be careful. But it's still not too bad.
Now it feels like dodging bullets every 50 yards. I sort of like it though, it keeps you on your toes. Kind of exciting, there's a lot going on all the time. Your mind never gets bored here. I like that. It's the reason why I think I hate driving cars, because you just sit in a line of traffic and just mind numbing. Check this lot out, it looks like a scaffolder's lorry. Got all the frames and planks in there. There's about 4 blokes riding in the back and all. The surprises never end riding here. That door's loose as well, flapping round. That could take anybody out at any time with a gust of wind or something. Not that we get much of that here. Right, well, this is a well-known place called Archer's, and it's well known by Westerners because they make lots of English and Western food. So obviously, the second I was told about this place, straight to Google Maps, let's get ourselves there. Well, that made for a refreshing change. We had steak and ale pie, mashed potato and some vegetables, and a Heineken Zero each.
Of course, it wasn't like you make it at home, but it was close enough and it was great.
Yeah, it's food we recognised at least, yeah. They serve Guinness and things like that on tap, but because it's all imported, it's quite an expensive hobby to drink the local.
Yeah, it was like nearly £6, was it?
Yeah, I think it was something like that, yeah. So, but having said that, it's really nice to be able to get your hands on some home comforts. Now, speaking of home comforts, we have found a hotel. It's not very far from here, so we're not going to book it on booking.com. We're just going to turn up and see if we can get a room.
Yeah, it's about 100 metres that way.
Okay.
Look at Rich now. Where's your helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, on your elbow. Yeah, yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, right. Okay, so not far from here, and on the booking.com the room was 1,360 I think, and Rich walked over here and he managed to get it for 1,200, so that's not a bad deal. Still twice the price to what we've been paying for the last few days in the north. We got ourselves checked in, settled. We already made a mess in the room, so I'm not going to show you very much. But we're all ready to sleep and we cannot wait. The bed is actually soft.
We lucked out today. I did a bit of bartering downstairs. Oh, did she give us a free drinks token as well for the bar down the road? We never went. No. Forgot about that. Yeah, did a bit of bartering, got a really nice room here. And yeah, happy days. Well, remember to follow, subscribe, give us a like and comment. And don't forget, you can find us on the Facebook group. Just search On The Road Adventure Riders Group. And yeah, you can share your pictures and stories and things of us there too. We love to see those, and we love to see you on the next video. So follow, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Love you, bye. Bye.